The universe is such a strange place that new discoveries often confuse and baffle astronomers as they attempt to explain their findings. But sometimes, these discoveries can avoid understanding for a long time. What weird things have scientists found while searching the cosmos? You're watching Matter, and today we're diving into 10 space discoveries that left astronomers confused. Number 10. Brown dwarfs, the stars that aren't quite stars. There are many types of stars that live throughout our universe with many different sizes and features. Astronomers have begun to find more and more of one particular type of star that doesn't quite fit the definition of a star, but also doesn't fit the definition of a planet either. These objects are called brown dwarfs, or failed stars, and a newly completed study is suggesting that there may be more lurking in the cosmos. They found that these brown dwarfs form in the same way that stars do, but they lack the necessary mass to start the process of nuclear fusion. The amount of mass that brown dwarfs can contain range from the mass of 13 Jupiters to the mass of 80 Jupiters. How many of these strange objects could be floating through space? Number 9. A star was able to survive its own supernova. Astronomers discovered the star, a white dwarf, whizzing through the cosmos at breakneck speeds, reaching 900,000 kilometers an hour. The star also came with an extremely odd composition of carbon, sodium, and aluminum, instead of the expected hydrogen and helium. It was also quite small, only about 40% as massive as the Sun. After careful study, the team of scientists could only come up with one theory that would explain the star's composition, mass, missing elements, and speed. The star must have gone through a partial supernova and survived. This explosion would have ejected much of the stellar mass along with missing elements, while blasting the remaining star out into space at an incredibly high speed. Number 8. A black hole is slowly turning a star into a planet. In a galaxy roughly 250 million light-years away, astronomers have found a star caught in a unique orbit that led to some unexpected consequences. First found when they detected bright X-ray bursts coming periodically from this galaxy. The star in question is flying in an odd spirographic orbit around a black hole at extreme speeds. It is moving so fast that one complete orbit takes just 9 hours. While orbiting the black hole, this star is slowly being feasted upon and is losing its matter to the black hole's gravitational pull. It has already shrunk from a red giant to a white dwarf since it got stuck in this orbit millions of years ago. And scientists theorize that the star will continue to leach matter to the black hole. In about 1 trillion years' time, the star will have lost enough mass that it will become a planet with a mass roughly similar to Jupiter's. The only question left for it is, will our universe exist long enough for this process to unfold? Number 7. A planet survived the death of its star. In a glimpse into the process that will likely happen to our solar system as the Sun reaches the end of its life, astronomers were able to discover a Jupiter-sized planet orbiting a white dwarf star roughly 6,500 light-years away. Stars classified as a white dwarf star are the relatively dim remains of a star similar to the Sun. This planet is not only similar in size to Jupiter, it also orbits at roughly the same distance from its star. In the future of our solar system, the Sun will begin to expand to an incredible size and will likely engulf the inner planets, possibly including Earth, while the outer planets have a much better chance of surviving this expansion. Afterwards, When the sun is out of fuel, it will stop expanding and the inner regions will condense into a white dwarf with a radius and luminosity just a fraction of what it is today. At that point, even if the Earth wasn't destroyed during the expansion, the sun will no longer produce enough thermal energy to warm our planet, and it would likely become an icy world. Number 6. A massive cloud of vapor was found floating in space. Life as we know it requires water as one of its main components, which has led astronomers to search for it throughout the cosmos. For a long time, it was unknown how much water might be out there, and if it was as rare as it was once believed to be. But slowly, astronomers began to discover asteroids made of ice, planets with liquid water, and many other instances of water in the universe. While studying a galaxy roughly 10 billion light-years from Earth, scientists found the largest stash of water they had ever found. Contained within a massive cloud swirling around a black hole, this massive cloud of water vapor contains an estimated 140 trillion times the amount of water in all the Earth's oceans. Could water shortages on Earth be solved by searching for sources of water off of our planet? Number 5. A colossal bridge made of hydrogen. A team of astronomers working from Puerto Rico recently discovered a stream of atomic hydrogen, stretching nearly 2.6 million light-years, connecting two galaxies within the NGC 7448 galaxy group around 500 million light-years away. While similar structures of atomic hydrogen like this one have been found inside of many galaxies, streams of gas like this have never been found outside the bounds of a galaxy. This discovery has made scientists question what they thought they understood about these structures and has led to questions about the effects that they may have on their surroundings. Number 4. An odd radio signal was received. A new type of radio wave was detected, odd radio circles or ORCs. ORCs are unexplained blobs of radio waves that astronomers have been unable to connect to any object or phenomenon currently known. These emissions do not contain any other types of optical signal like infrared or X-rays, like many others detected from the cosmos. While these radio bursts have never been detected before and seem to be a brand new phenomenon, scientists still think that they could be coming from something that they already know about. Number 3. Asteroids can have rings, just like planets. Planetary rings can be found around 4 planets within our own solar system, and many planets throughout the cosmos may have similar rings. These rings are usually formed from rocky and icy asteroids coming close enough to the planet to be torn apart by gravity far enough away from the surface to remain in orbit instead of falling. Recently, astronomers discovered that rings are not unique to just planets. They found a system of rings surrounding the asteroid known as Chariklo, which is in the largest class of asteroids known as Centaurs. It's still unknown exactly how the ring system formed, but astronomers theorize that smaller objects could have impacted Chariklo's surface, which kicked up a large amount of debris that eventually settled into the rings held by the asteroid's gravity. Number 2. A quartet of quasars. Quasars are some of the most brilliant and brightest objects in the universe. Powered by supermassive black holes, quasars blast high-energy particles far into the depths of space. Astronomers have found quite a few quasar pairs over time, but just a few years ago, astronomers discovered the very first quadruple quasar ever found. According to current models, the chances of having 4 quasars this close together is around 1 in 10 million coincidence. Either astronomers got extremely lucky with this find, or current models of the evolution of quasars may need to be revisited and revised. Number 1. Earth has a companion asteroid shadowing its orbit. Known as 2020 XL5, this asteroid is only 1.1 kilometers in diameter and is the second asteroid ever found that has been brought into the same orbit that Earth takes around the Sun. These objects have been dubbed Trojan asteroids, and some planets within our solar system are known to have many of them, while Earth was believed to lack them until the recently published study in 2010 proved its existence. The study of the second Earth's Trojan asteroid, 2020 XL5, has led astronomers to discover that this object didn't join Earth's orbit until a few centuries ago, and it will not stay here forever. Scientists calculated that in approximately 4,000 years, 2020 XL5 will slip out of its current orbit and begin traveling into the wider solar system. What else might be lurking in our own solar system waiting for us to find? Do you think the universe will ever run out of mysteries that push the boundaries of science? Thanks for watching. See you next time on Matter.